Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nicholas Malson. Welcome to my podcast where you and I will hopefully smile once again. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, welcome, and I hope you will enjoy your stay. If you are a returning listener, welcome back. Always a pleasure to see you again. The purpose of this podcast is to either talk about some nice and optimistic things that have happened recently, or try to find good things in bad ones. Please keep in mind, I in no way or circumstance ignore the pessimistic things. I just want to focus more on the optimistic ones. After all, the world is a cruel and unjust place, but at least we can enjoy sunsets. Once again, I would like to give a quick shout out to Anchor.fm for helping me distribute this podcast in multiple platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Breaker. I am not sponsored by them, but I think this service deserves good attention. Please give them a try if you have something to say. The service is free of charge. I also have my podcast available on YouTube. Simply visit Smile Once Again Podcast on YouTube with the same logo you may have seen in other platforms. You can contact me there by either leaving a comment that gives you a chance for it to be read out in a following episode of the podcast, or sending me an email at smileonceagainpodcast@gmail.com. That's smileonceagainpodcast@gmail.com, should you want a more anonymous communication. Just let me know if you want this to be read out anonymously or not read out at all. With that being said, I hope you are in a comfortable position or ready to do what you want to do, because we are about to begin the 9th episode. Enjoy. Okay, folks, this is gonna be a bit of a weird episode because by the time I'm recording this, it is not actually Sunday. It is Saturday, the 4th of December, 2021. It's about to hit 3 o'clock. It's about 2 minutes left. It's a bit weird because usually on Saturdays I would hang out with my friends and we would play a tabletop game called Dungeons and Dragons. I believe that most of you have already heard of it. But yeah, some things have happened and unfortunately we weren't able to gather together so we could play the game again. We usually do this in person because from my perspective I just think it is better and it is a bit more, let's say, fluent. Not a big fan of network delays or disconnections, and it just feels a bit more authentic and genuine just to kind of like sit together and play the tabletop game in person. Although some friends don't mind doing it either way, but it just is what it is. But it's okay. Maybe we'll gather again next week. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I love Dungeons and Dragons. It's an amazing game. I've been both a dungeon master and a player. I like hosting more because it gives me an opportunity to practice my creativity skills and like doing things impromptu in case if there's something I haven't properly prepared. I don't know, it's just I like, let's say, selling the story rather than being a part of the story. Although sometimes being a player also is entertaining as well. So I've enjoyed both sides, but I like being a dungeon master or game master, whatever you would prefer to call yourself. I like that part a bit more. It's just a really good game. So many opportunities, and the rules are, despite the diversity of rules that you need to follow, they're actually pretty simple to follow. And also with thanks to technological advancements that we have experienced in the last decade or so, you can like have some applications or software or hardware that can help you like play the game a little bit smoother, so you don't necessarily just have to have pencil and paper and a set of dice. I mean, set of dice is still a big part of the game, and I do prefer physical dice more than the virtual ones. It just gives you this like intrigue, and the randomization is much more sincere than the algorithmic virtual dice, but it's just, yeah, the rules are pretty good. They're straightforward, and the story and the lore of the Dungeons and Dragons like official books, at least, is so pretty incredible. And so much stuff you can work with. You can create your own campaign from scratch, or you can just have a book-based campaign, which we are currently going through. If you are interested, it's the Waterdeep books. So we have completed the Dragon Heist, and now we're going through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're almost done. But yeah, that campaign, I think, when March hits, is gonna be exactly 2 years when we start doing it. It's absolutely insane, but it is a really, really decent campaign. I've enjoyed running it so far. But yeah, just like last few levels, hopefully we'll be able to finish it soon. And I'm also planning to run a campaign called Storm King's Thunder, and I may be doing it like not straight after the campaign. It will be something I will definitely do, but maybe just need a bit of a break because the campaign was really, really long. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So normally, yeah, Saturdays would be fully dedicated to Dungeons and Dragons, and I've been playing this game for I think it's gonna be almost 4 years soon, and I absolutely love this. It's just a game that has everything I need. Creativity, like freedom of like creating the character that you want. Of course, bound by rules, that goes without saying, but there's always like this flexibility, like you can adjust your character in a specific way so that it will work in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, and the stories can be told in a very interesting way, and the game technique itself is pretty good. It's like it's just everything works so well with Dungeons and Dragons, and I do hope that at some point that you guys either have already played this game or will play it. And I do recommend it. I certainly do. Just don't play the 4th edition. that's all I can tell you. But yeah, that's pretty much why I'm recording on Saturday, is because my day has been freed up, so I might as well record today and publish the episodes tomorrow, so I don't, rush things up, and actually it kind of helps me out a little bit because I do feel calmer when I'm recording this episode right now, although I may be repeating myself again, or there may be some things that I do that I'm trying to get rid of. And I do apologize if you hear the alarm. I promise it's not me. It's the neighbor, but I hope the neighbor's okay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna keep it because it's genuine. Anyway, yeah. So I just feel calmer, and I just feel more genuine when I'm talking like this. So hopefully this is okay. If it isn't, let me know, and I will try to readjust things. But actually, speaking about the podcast, got some good news and got some updates, so you guys could be ready for what is about to come. As it is episode 9, next week is gonna be the 10th special anniversary episode. It's been 10 weeks. It's gonna be 10 weeks, or at least 10 Sundays. Of me working on this podcast, and I've got a really cool idea, at least for me. Hopefully you will enjoy it as well. Again, it's going to be a bit of a different approach, so I'm going to record it on a different day rather than on Sunday. I don't know when it is going to happen. It just depends on the availability and like if everything will go smoothly. Um, but I do reassure you that the next episode, which will be the episode 10, will be released on the 12th of December. So that will uh, be a thing. So, oh my god. I mean, I do hope the neighbor is okay. It's like the second time the alarm has struck. Alright, let's just listen to it. Oh, okay, there we go. I think they're done. Okay. Right. Again, sorry about that. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't live like in a separate house or anything. It's an apartment, but it is my apartment. Well, not my apartment, but I do rent it, and it's a nice, cozy place just for myself. But yeah, anyway, 10th episode, 12th of December it is gonna happen, hopefully. So as long as there are no technical issues and all that, so you'll be able to just listen to it at that day. Also, just to make you aware, the following 11th episode will be released on Saturday instead of Sunday, on the 18th of December, because on the 19th of December I will not be available. It will just be simply me spending time with family and just enjoying the Christmas break. So, yeah, I won't be around for a while, but, I'll still be where I am, if that makes sense. So basically, I will be present, but I'll just not have an opportunity to record a podcast because spending time with family will be my top priority. I hope this is okay, and I hope you will also enjoy time with your family. And or if unfortunately you don't have an opportunity to do so, I do hope that you will enjoy the upcoming Christmas period. Now, about the 12th episode, depending on when I will be free, I may be able to release the 12th episode before the new year hits. If that will not be the case, then definitely after New Year or New Year's Day, I will be able to publish the next episode. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be the plan for the following month. And I hope that this is okay. I want to make sure that you have at least some kind of content that you want to listen to, if you want to listen to it, of course. Let's see how it goes. And then on January, it will be back to normal. So each Sunday, an episode will be published. But I'm thinking about changing the layout of the podcast a little bit next year. Maybe in January it will actually start happening. But if not on Sunday, then at least at some point I will be able to get it done. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so 'tis the season of sharing and caring. It is Christmas. It's coming very soon, especially with how fast the time flies. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting month. So, I have experienced something very special recently. The place where I work, not my actual company, but the area where the company is located in, are doing this so-called Christmas market and the Christmas festivities. And they're doing this event that I have not done in a long, long time. I think I was doing it when I was a kid. So, maybe you have seen this before, maybe you've participated in this before, but they have this Christmas tree, well, obviously, and they have these tags which contain the names and ages of children, and you pick one on random or randomly, and then you will need to figure out what gift to give to this kid, or what you want to give to this child as a gift. So these are children in need, and with due to one reason or another, unfortunately, they cannot spend Christmas with their family, or maybe they are the ones that unfortunately don't have a family, and we just want to help them out, and want to help them to enjoy this Christmas season. So I have actually got a gift for this little boy that I got the name. I'm not going to share the name and age, just to make sure that uh, the child is okay, and just want to make sure that it's not breaking any rules or anything. So it's all about safety and protection. Um, and yeah, I've got this like really nice gift for this little kid, and hopefully he will enjoy it. And yeah, it felt special because it's just giving someone who's so desperate, or who just wants to uh, have fun and be happy, just to give a gift, and hopefully this gift that I've got for him will help him smile. Um, and it's just simply an act of kindness, and yeah, it feels quite special. So if you have the same opportunity, or if you have similar opportunities, or if you just simply want to make someone smile, I think Christmas season is a really good time. And sorry about the squeaky chair. I'm trying to change the chair at some point. Hopefully I'll be able to do it soon. It's a good chair, but it's just really squeaky. Um, so yeah, and also as I was walking around town today, just need to do a couple of things. Um, yeah, there were some spots where they were gathering like some like foods and the toiletries for those in need, and I remember being myself in the same situation where when I didn't have anything, and I was homeless, and I remember just like asking for help, and yeah, the food banks, they did help me out at some point. It was really special, and I was really glad to actually just come in and help them instead of them helping me, because they have helped me out so much in those very difficult times. And yeah, I've bought some toiletries today, and uh, and I just gave it all to them. And I do hope that whoever gets it will find use of it. And again, it was just a random act of kindness. I felt like, yeah, it is the right thing to do, and I do hope it will be worth it. So to those in need, um, I know how you feel, because I've been in the same place where I didn't have anything to eat, or like anything to keep myself clean. Just didn't have a roof over my head. I know what it's like. So please stay strong. We're praying for you. We hope that you will get out of this, and you will find happiness, and you will find a place to live, and I hope that your life will be good again. Just keep your chin up. Actually, my grandma has recently shared a really interesting phrase. Your luck is at the tip of your nose, and your problems are at the tip of your head. Uh, Always keep your nose up, so that luck will be at the top, and keep your problems at the bottom, whilst keeping the top of your head as low as possible. So just keep your nose up. That's pretty much what my grandma is trying to say. And yeah, and I do hope that luck will be on your side. So yeah, stay strong, okay? We believe in you, and all the thoughts and prayers go into you right now. Yeah, well, this for some reason I felt like it would not be a good idea to like talk about this. But as I have just expressed my thoughts about this month and what's been going on, I actually feel like I think it was worth it. Hopefully, these words encourage at least someone. And yeah, yeah. Right. Let's move on to something a little bit more simple and straightforward. To just keep our spirits up. Not just Christmas spirits, but just spirits. Do you love pets? I do love pets. I love pets. These creatures, they just fill your home with joy and happiness, and uh, just just makes you feel really happy just seeing them, and they're just like approach you when you like come back home, and either a duck or a cat or a dog just being all excited like, oh, the owner is back, hey, welcome back. Well, not talking like humans, of course, but you know what I mean. But they do look and act like it, if you had a pet or have a pet, you know what I'm talking about. And I do remember for the most part of my life, I used to live with cats. We had two cats, and they were incredible cats. One cat was a Siamese cat by name of Janice, in honor of Janis Joplin, a great musician, by the way. Um, she lived until she was 12. She unfortunately passed away in her sleep. It was a long time ago. But she was an incredibly clever cat and very talkative as well. She was so clever. She would be able to just open the doors. So like she would just literally jump to the door handle, just pull it down with her weight whilst holding up to the handle, and just open the door whilst pushing the door a bit forward again with her weight. It was incredible. So because of that, my parents were forced to reset the door handles so that instead of them being horizontal, they were vertical. It was insane, and it was also pretty dangerous as well, because what if you trip over and you just fall right into the handle and you may poke your eye. But no, thankfully it didn't happen, because we were pretty careful with how we walk around the flat, so that's all good. Um, but that particular period was really funny, and when we did that, Janice was not impressed. So instead of her opening doors personally, we just kept hearing the meows and the pleas to come in. So especially when we were asleep, we just had to wake up, open the door, and then the cat would just come in. And then second one, believe it or not, was a Maine Coon. It was a Maine Coon tuxedo cat, by the way. Her name was Santana, in honor of Carlos Santana, also a fantastic musician as well. It's incredible. He's an incredible player, guitar player, or just musician overall. Again, excuse the chair. And she was the greatest cat, along with Janice, that I ever met in my life. She was smart, she was polite, she was very friendly. She would always be next to me when I fall asleep, and thanks to her, my sleep was absolutely amazing. She would just purr. Her purrs were really soft and really sweet, and I would just fall asleep whilst patting her and such. It was absolutely incredible. She lived a very long life. Well, not very very long life, but she lived until almost 18 years old. And unfortunately, her health was deteriorating to the extent that my parents had no choice. They wanted to make sure that she goes peacefully. So unfortunately, she had to be put to sleep. Her health was absolutely just horrible in the last few days of her life. It was really sad to see. And I remember when I came back home, like first day or like without her, it just the house felt really empty, and just I felt hysteria. I just I just I was crying so much, and I was little as well, and yeah, it was really sad, but pets, they bring this environment to your house. They just become a part of your family. It's the same as losing someone within your actual family, and when they are there, they just bring joy and warmth and coziness to your place, to your house. And they're all like, as long as you treat them well, they're always happy to see you, and you're always happy to see them. And You can have fun with them. Or you can just simply relax whilst they're nearby. And they also keep an eye on the house whilst you're away. Like maybe not literally, but metaphorically speaking. And if you're also a believer of mysticism and such, especially cats. Not sure about dogs, but dogs will probably do the similar thing. Like they kind of keep the evil spirits away from your house. So like whenever you come back, it always feels like, yeah, everything is okay. I'm back home, and it was a good day. That kind of stuff. Um, yeah. Um, so pets are just an incredible part of your life, especially when they live so long. Like you just feel like, yeah, it like is even when they unfortunately pass away. um you just usually like reminisce about the times when they were with you, and it's just happy memories. It's great happy memories. I want to get a cat. Thankfully, my tenancy allows me to have a cat. Unfortunately, I can't have a dog. And please don't get me wrong, I absolutely love dogs, but because I lived with cats most of my life, I got used to having a cat. But at some point, when I may be in a different place where dogs are allowed, I will definitely get a dog because yeah, I love dogs as well. They're just always so happy and funny, and they can actually guard you as well. They can protect you, especially when they are well trained. Um, yeah, that will be a fantastic thing to have as well. So what are your favorite pets? Uh, like I'm kind of a simple guy who mostly think like when I hear pets, I mostly think of cats and dogs. But I've seen some people who go like crazy. They can have foxes, they can have tigers even, and bears. Well, bears is not really surprising for me, depending like especially like considering the fact where I'm from, which is Uh, Baltic region, and pretty much Russia. Um, Bears is not unusual, but still, like having a bear as your pet, you're just like, okay, this is interesting. But yeah, tigers and like leopards and pumas. No, pumas are a thing. Yeah, pumas are a thing. Leopards and lynx, uh, and something similar. Yeah, this is where I'm feeling like, okay, how on earth are you actually maintaining these kinds of beasts? How do you manage to be alive with them in mind? I mean, I think it also depends on how you treat them and such. If you feed them well, if you spend a lot of time with them, and if you like, make sure that they don't feel like they're imprisoned or anything, yeah, it just feels like, yeah, okay, okay, maybe it makes sense. Um, everything can happen really, but yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, what are your favorite pets? Um, Let me know. It would be nice to see like how different um, thoughts are about having a pet, and what kind of pets you want to have or you do have. So yeah, I love pets. My favorite pet is a cat. I love dogs as well, and that's how it goes. Right then, this has been a pretty uh, filled episode, I'll say. Um, Feeling like I've been like talking all the time, but I don't know. I just feel like today's a good day, and I hope I've made you smile today, or at least I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Once again, stay tuned for next week. Hopefully, if things go well, the special 10th episode will be available on next Sunday. So by the time you're listening to this, it should already be the 5th of December, like any time of the day. And yeah, I do hope that you are enjoying listening to these episodes. And I want to give massive thanks to those who have been listening to the 7th episode. Turns out the 7th episode is currently the most viewed episode, as far as I'm aware. Because I don't really like advertise my podcast much, at least yet. So far, the 7th episode has like at least 30 views now, and yeah, it is pretty good. And again, I mean, as long as you do enjoy it, that's all that matters. I mean, everything else will come in later, and hopefully it does. But if it doesn't, that is okay as well, you know. As long as I'm still enjoying doing what I'm doing. So yeah, another episode is coming to an end. Once again, thank you very much to all who is supporting my podcast, or at least just listening to it. Again, if you want to talk to me, YouTube is a place to be. The channel is literally called Smile Once Again Podcast, or you can send me an email send me an email at smileonceagainpodcast@gmail.com. That's smileonceagainpodcast@gmail.com. Again, make sure that you write down whether or not you want this to be anonymous or not. But YouTube comments will guaranteed be read out as soon as I can, and as soon as I reach your comment. And yeah, I think there was one comment, but I think it got deleted because it was a spam. And yeah, if to the person who has left that comment, if that comment was legit, try sending me an email instead. Hopefully this is okay. And yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, I am Nicholas Malson, and you have been listening to the podcast where you and I will hopefully smile once again. I wish you a great evening. I hope your Sunday will go well, and I hope your next week will go well. And yeah, remember, despite how cruel and unjust the world is, try to find a way to enjoy sunsets. Sunsets are always incredible, in my opinion. Take care and goodbye.